Deep within the recesses of Site-19, a nondescript door led to a chamber known only as the Locker. Within that chamber rested a singular artifact, SCP-004, more commonly referred to as the Scarlet Lock. It was an enigma wrapped in layers of mystery, an object that defied explanation and radiated an eerie energy that seemed to warp the very air around it. For years, the SDP Foundation had struggled to unlock the secrets of the Scarlet Lock. The most brilliant minds had attempted to decipher its mysteries, but all had failed. The lock was impervious to any form of analysis, and any attempt to tamper with it resulted in dire consequences. Dr. Samuel O'Connor was the latest researcher assigned to the enigmatic SCP-004. He had a reputation for his unyielding determination and a knack for unraveling the most perplexing of anomalies. His colleagues often joked that he had a knack for understanding the unexplainable, which is why he had been chosen for this assignment. Dr. O'Connor had never seen the inside of the locker before. Its containment was considered one of the highest security measures within the Foundation. Armed guards flanked him as he approached the chamber. A retinal scan and a series of complex passcodes later, the massive steel door swung open. The room beyond was dimly lit, and the air was heavy with anticipation. In the center of the room stood the Scarlet Lock, a seemingly ordinary lock and handle affixed to a wooden doorframe. But there was nothing ordinary about it. Its crimson hue seemed to pulsate with an otherworldly glow, and a faint, eerie hum resonated from its core. The previous researchers had left detailed notes, their faces etched with frustration and exhaustion in the faded photographs affixed to the chamber's walls. Dr. O'Connor pored over their work, trying to glean any insights that might have eluded his predecessors. He couldn't help but wonder why this particular anomaly had captured the attention of so many before him. In his quest to understand the lock, Dr. O'Connor devised a series of experiments, each more daring than the last. He began with simple observations, documenting the lock's reactions to different forms of stimulus. It was as if the lock had a consciousness of its own, responding to his every move. The first time he tried to pick the lock, a surge of searing pain shot through his fingers, leaving them blistered and scorched. He could feel the lock's malevolence, a sentience that defied explanation. It was as if the lock knew he was trying to unlock its secrets and would stop at nothing to protect them. Undeterred, Dr. O'Connor moved on to more advanced experiments, including exposing the lock to various forms of energy and radiation. Each attempt ended in failure, with the lock absorbing the energy and emanating an eerie crimson glow that seemed to seep into the very walls of the locker. As Dr. O'Connor delved deeper into his research, he began to experience vivid and unsettling dreams. In these dreams, he would find himself standing before the Scarlet Lock, its glow intensifying with each passing moment. It beckoned to him, promising knowledge beyond imagination. In these dreams, Dr. O'Connor would attempt to speak with the lock, to understand its purpose and origin. But the lock remained silent, its secrets locked away behind a wall of impenetrable mystery. The dreams left him exhausted and disoriented, and he couldn't shake the feeling that the lock was somehow invading his thoughts. He confided in his fellow researchers, but they could offer no solace. It was as if the lock had a mind of its own, and it was driving him to the brink of obsession. As weeks turned into months, Dr. O'Connor's obsession with the Scarlet Lock grew. He spent long hours in the locker, attempting to communicate with the enigmatic artifact. He could feel its presence in his mind, a constant, oppressive force that left him feeling isolated and paranoid. One evening, as he worked late in the chamber, he heard a voice, faint and distant. It was the voice of a researcher who had died years earlier, a voice that should have been silenced forever. The voice whispered to him, urging him to unlock the lock's secrets. Dr. O'Connor knew that the voice was a manifestation of his own obsession, a product of his deteriorating mental state, but he couldn't resist its call. He felt an overwhelming urge to do whatever it took to unlock the lock, to uncover the mysteries that had eluded him for so long. As the lock's power surged through Dr. O'Connor, he knew what had to be done. He had to become one with the lock, to merge his consciousness with its ancient sentience. It was the only way to ensure that the lock's secrets would remain hidden and that its power would not be unleashed upon the world. With a final, selfless act, Dr. O'Connor willingly surrendered himself to the lock. His body dissolved into a cascade of energy, merging with the lock's crimson glow. His colleagues watched in awe and horror as he became one with the enigmatic artifact. The lock's glow faded, and Dr. O'Connor's consciousness became a part of its ever-watchful sentience. He would forever guard the secrets contained within, ensuring that they would remain hidden from those who sought to exploit its power. The locker was sealed once more, its secrets and its guardian hidden from the world. The Foundation would continue to study SCP-004, but they would never fully understand its true nature. Dr. O'Connor's sacrifice had ensured that the lock's power remained contained, but at a great cost. His name would be added to the list of those who had given everything in the pursuit of understanding the unexplainable. And so, the enigma of the Scarlet Lock continued to haunt the halls of Site-19, a reminder of the mysteries that remained beyond human comprehension. It was a guardian of reality, a sentinel that watched over the secrets of the universe, forever hidden from the prying eyes of those who dared to seek its power.